I just want to get to know her better, I said. Liar, 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 my alpha chanted, but it wasn't like I could say, Olive is mine, even though she doesn't know it yet, and I'm gonna bite her and fuck her and take care of her forever. And today we are talking about A Pack for Autumn by Emilia Emerson.
Yes. And if you haven't seen the image for this episode, you know that we have subtitled this Jenn's episode. So it is a special episode because we're hitting on genres that actually both of us like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give a. Oh, sorry, go.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you want to give a quick little summary?
Okay, so A Pack for Autumn is about a girl named Olive who recently moves to a new town. She's gone through a recent tragedy and she's just kind of wanting to disappear into the background. But there are 3 alphas who are themselves a pack and decide to make her their omega. And that follows basically how that happens.
Yeah. Is this your first Omegaverse?
No.
No?
How many? We've read several Omega verses together, I think. Well, unless you're saying Omegaverse where it's not like a shifter series.
Right. So, well, okay, hold on. Look, you just like gave me a pop quiz and I'm so tired. I think my lack of sleep brain cell was just like, what did she ask us?
See, this is why you should drink coffee.
I think that would make it 10 times worse, to be honest.
Well, that's fair.
So when I think of a Omegaverse, I'm thinking of the going in heat, the nodding, whether or not they shift into shapeshifters or not. I mean, they're not supposed to, but I've read some Omegaverses that they do.
Yeah.
But we have? Or, I mean, you have? With the going in the heat and the nodding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, but like nodding isn't always like nodding can be its own thing.
It
Like
can be
with
its own thing, yes, but
yeah,
not.
yeah,
But it's
yeah.
it's. I think it's highly more popularized in Omegaverses
Yeah, in
because I've read
Omegaverse.
lots of shifter books where they don't do that.
Because doesn't the Nox Luna Wolf thing? They were Omegaverse, right?
No,
Are
you're
you
talking about the
sure?
true. I'm no. I'm going on like 5 hours of sleep. Of
I
course
swear,
not.
I swear we've read other Omegaverses together.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
What about the Zodiac wolves? No, they're not Omega.
Mm-mm.
Are you sure? Now,
I'm looking up the Luna one right now.
okay, I'm gonna look up Zodiac.
Yeah, Zodiac's not Omega. Luna Nox.
What? How is it not Omega when you've got like alphas and stuff?
Because Omega is a type. Omega can be 2 things. Omega can be a type of classification, alpha, beta, omega. But Omega is also a female.
In this one, there were male Omegas, right? Were there?
I mean, Omega can be a
No.
male too, so that was total BS. Like,
Oh, we're off to such a great start this morning.
okay. Whew. So you can have regular shifter romances that have the designation Omega, but Omega verse is a specific thing, or it could be a male or a female that needs alphas, sometimes betas, to complete a pack, and they go into heat and can only be satisfied essentially with an alpha knot. So I think the only one that we have read, now that I'm thinking about it, is the Shadow Breed series. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I knew we read one.
Okay, I couldn't remember. But yeah, Luna Nox is not an Omega. It's just a shifter. It's a rejected mate shifter romance, which I love a good rejected mate.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we've got that part out of the way, I'm gonna lean heavily on you for this book since I
Oh,
read
great.
it like 6 months ago when you
Oh,
just
it was
finished
not
it.
6 months ago.
Yeah, I'm probably exaggerating. How long was it?
Wasn't that long ago? It was like maybe 2 months.
Okay, well, it feels like 6.
Well, that's fair because you're talking about January and February of 2025. So
It's
it
already been
feels like
7 years.
yeah. I mean, I thought it took me a while, obviously, to read it, just because I was honestly for the first little bit, I was very bored with it. Like, I don't know, probably 30. I probably didn't really start like wanting to go back to read it until I hit 30% or so.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. And it took me a minute to really like wrap my head around like the character switching. But I mean that was just a weird thing for me. But I mean, I thought it was super super cute. I really liked the main character. She did a great job of doing like varied sex scenes. Yeah. I mean, I think it was really cute. I will definitely read the next book in the series. I'll probably download it today, actually,
Oh, okay.
because
I
that's the one
enjoyed.
that I wanted to read in the first place.
Oh, okay. So Jen's the one who found this book, and she's like, "Oh, this sounds super cute." She wants to read it, and as book besties, we share what books we're considering. I was like, "Oh, this sounds really good. I'll go ahead and read it too," because we do buddy reads. Hence, this is how the podcast started.
Yep,
And I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was cute. I think I read it in one day.
you did. Yeah, you read it
Yeah,
so fast.
I just zipped through it, and even
Yeah,
though it's so light, I just love a good. First off, it has reverse harem, and then
yeah,
she's an omega, so like you already hit like two of like the top like 4 tropes that I love. So like I devoured it. I remember it being really cute. I think I checked. You're right. I read it in December.
yeah,
I think one of the things that irritated me was her pulling away.
yeah,
Like I understand the need to represent an invisible illness. I like that, but I think that, and of course, I don't have what she has, but it just kind of, I think, irritated me that she kept on pulling away from them. We know that
yeah.
when it comes to romance. I don't like it when the female tries to keep distance between herself and her mates,
Love
unless it's
interest.
really
Yeah.
good angst. But I didn't feel like there was good angst, or it
No,
wasn't done for an
she.
angsty reason.
Yeah, yeah. She just kept pulling away because she didn't trust anybody to stay.
Hmm. I don't. The mayor, the one who kept on trying to stalk everybody for the festival, I thought he was funny.
Oh, Stanley.
Yes.
Yes, he was super funny.
And then the friends, she met a group of other Omegas in the town and they kind of befriended her. It was super cute.
That's one thing that like I really loved about this book, and really it's one of my favorite things about reading when you're talking about worlds. Like I think we haven't read this, but it's one of the books I'm talking about reading or making you read for Jen's pick. That's one of my favorite things about the Chestnut Springs series that I feel like Emilia did really well here is creating a bond outside of the pack, and you get like this really fun girl group. And Chestnut Springs has done the same thing with the women in their stories. And that's just like, I guess, one of my favorite sub almost like subplots of books when you're talking about sharing a world, is you get to see how the women or the females, depending on the type of book you're reading, bond, and like how they show up for each other, or how they get their person out of what my mom calls like out of the ditch, so to speak. And just having those moments is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it did help carry the story, especially since she was kind of isolated by being the lighthouse director.
The
I
lighthouse
don't
manager, and like
manager.
that was, or like I don't know, lighthouse facility. I don't know what it's actually called, but that was another thing that I really liked. It was so unique.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never read anything about any of that. And I thought it was a really neat backstory for her to have, where she like grew up on a lobster boat and like grew up doing open water, that kind of thing. And like when the guys crashed the boat and she was part of like going to get them, she's like, no, I'm certified as an open water rescue, like I can go, I'm coming with you. And the men are just standing there like, we found rocks.
Yeah. They were the damsel in distresses. Yeah, I
Yes.
remember that now. That
Yep.
was super cute.
Yeah, and anything that where the female or omega or like whatever saves the big bad alpha is gets an A+
Adult.
in my book.
Yes.
Yes.
I also liked, if I remember correctly, there was no, because normally in a contemporary romance, and this is contemporary, it's so light and fluffy. Ugh, it just makes you want to gag a little bit. That normally one of their things is miscommunication, but I don't think that that happened quite. I think there was one misunderstanding, but they cleared it up within like 2 pages.
Yeah. Yeah.
It, and if I remember correctly, it was just the scent thing, right? Because she had been there before, and one of
Hmm.
the outfits had sent her and knew that that was their mate, and he's like, "No, I'm looking for her."
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that was the only thing. Why did the third guy not want to be with her again? I can't remember. He was the last one out.
Because so they ended up sleeping together. The third guy, his name is Finn, and Olive ended up sleeping together, and then he just like kind of left her. And in the movie theater,
Oh, that's
well,
right. They messed around in the movie theater. I forgot about that.
yeah. So then when Finn realized that she was Lars's, like the scent that he'd been chasing for so many years, and put it together that it was Easton, like that was who Easton was obsessing over. He's like, I don't want to do this. Like it's too much, because he saw his grandparents pass within days of each other
That's
because they were
right.
bonded, and he was like, I don't want to have a love that has that much power over me.
I forgot
So
about
that was
that.
why
His
he held
grandparents were the lighthouse people.
trust. Yeah.
I thought Lars was really cute with his like mini stocking. And
Easton.
he's like, or whatever his name is, and he's like, it's not stocking, right? It's not stocking.
Yes. Yeah,
And I'm
he
like,
was.
yes, honey, yes, it is. It's okay though. We forgive you.
Yes, we like stalking here.
Yes.
We stan it.
I can't believe I didn't have that scene highlighted. Oh, that makes me so sad.
Oh, yeah, I know. It was a Misty fail for sure.
It really was. But I think maybe I was just so engrossed in it. I just like, let's just keep on reading.
But I mean, that's good.
Oh, this just came out in November of 2024. So it hadn't been out but like
Yeah,
2 weeks when I read it.
and I think A Pack for Winter came out like a month after A Pack for Autumn.
Okay. I didn't have any. I only read a pack
Uh-huh.
words.
A
I
Pack for
only read this book for you. I was hoping for praise, but that's okay.
Autumn. Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. My
Amari had a
brain.
sock and my friend texted me at the same exact time.
No, it's okay. I hadn't really thought about reading A Pack for Winter, but I guess if you read it, I'll read it. Well, I can't. Yeah, not anytime soon, but yes.
Well, maybe by the time I finish it, you'll be ready to start it because it's
There
probably gonna
you
take me
go.
just as long. We'll see.
I can't. Oh, I think there were just a lot of little cute things in this book that really made me enjoy it. Him getting the book, or not the book, the bike for her, the
Yes.
lights so she could see the
Yes.
family just accepting her immediately. Not
Yeah.
one of their families accepted her immediately. Maybe two? I
Hmm?
can't remember. Do two of the guys still have families?
Yeah. Yeah. Finn and Lars's families are intact. Well, hold on. No, I guess Finn's isn't because I think he only had his
Grandparents, right?
Yeah.
Somebody had 2 moms and somebody had a dad, right?
So I don't remember a dad.
Okay, I lied.
So Finn had the grandparents. Easton had a mom, but his mom was a POS apparently. So like he
Oh,
didn't really
okay.
have anybody. And then Lars has at least like 2 moms. She has a like a alpha and an omega, but I don't know who else was in their pack.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And Lars's mom was the one that like saw Olive on the day the storm was rolling in at the end of the book. And she was upset and was like, let me give you a ride to the lighthouse. And Olive was all concerned about her scent being in her car. And Lars's mom was like, don't worry about your scent. My pack's not going to care. I don't care. I just want to make sure my son's omega is taken care of. And I was like,
Okay.
ah!
That was adorable.
It was so sweet. So sweet.
Okay. Did we explain what Jen's episode is at the beginning?
Today?
Did I?
For this
Yeah.
episode? No.
Oh. Well, I can't think of anything else to speak about it, but would we like to explain to the audience what Jane? No, that's not your name.
Jayen? No, it's not.
I would say I need to go home, but I'm already there.
I think you just need a day off.
Yeah, I wish. Okay, so kind of briefly mentioned Jen's episode at the beginning, and we've kind of hinted over season 4 and kind of in some of the episodes here at the beginning of season 5 that we had lots of surprises coming, and one of these is Jen's episode, to where we do a light and fluffy book that Jen loves and would like for me to read since I read her
Since
I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
since I have her read.
Thank
Dark
you.
You're welcome.
Yes, what Jen said. Since she reads a lot of dark romance, we've decided to just expand a little bit, see how it goes. So far, we're really excited about it. I think it's going to continue. So yeah, that's just one of the new things that we're doing.
Yay.
I don't
Love
have
it.
anything. I don't have anything else, Jen. My brain is.
No. Yeah, I feel you. Okay, well, you all let us know. Are you excited about Jen's episode? Are there any light and fluffy books that you would like us to
Oh, we didn't rate.
Ooh, oh yeah, what's good? How did we not rate? That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Well, we're fired.
Yes. Well, but I'm gonna rehire you, okay?
Oh, good. Yay.
It's just temporary. We're just gonna be fired just temporarily. Okay, now it's time to come back. So obviously the darkness for this is
non-existent.
0.
Yeah. No skulls. They get all feathers.
Oh, I like this. Yes. 1 feather.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to add that now.
Like a light and fluffy scale.
Oh, we're gonna look for new changes coming up. We're always adapting.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay. And then spicy with the new spicy scale is what? 2?
I was gonna say at least a 3.
Okay.
I mean, you had varied scenes, and then like their heat scenes got kind of kinky.
Okay, I'll give you. I don't remember any of the scenes.
I mean, it was pretty good spicy scenes.
Okay, I'll go with a 3. I'll give that to you. And overall,
I mean, I would say it's a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
That's fair.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
It was cute. It's fun. I probably won't read it again, but I would totally recommend, like, if you're looking for a light, fun Omegaverse, then this is 100% a great read.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay. Well, that's all I have to say about it. You want to go ahead and close this out, Jen?
Awesome. All right, you guys, let us know what you think about Jen's episode. Are there any light and fluffy reads that you would love us to rate and review? And we will see you next week.
Thank you for joining us on the journey into the shadows of love, where dark romance stories come to light.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Bones of the Story as much as we did. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback means the world to us.
And to stay updated on all things dark romance, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, or even your own dark romance stories with us. Drop us a line at bonesofthestory@gmail.com.
Remember, our next tantalizing episode is just around the corner, so keep your hearts open and your senses sharp.
Until then, embrace the darkness and let the stories continue to stir your deepest desires.
This is Misty
And Jenn,
signing off
from Bones of the Story.